Welcome back from the break. After Pakistan conducted polls in Gilgit-Baltistan, an integral part of Indian soil, the locals in the region have spoken. Imran's PTI claims to have won the illegally held elections. After PTI declared victory, massive protests broke out in Gilgit-Baltistan. The resistance against the Pakistani regime in Gilgit continues to grow with each passing day. The protests reiterate the fact that the masses in the region do not want Pakistan governance. This brings back the question that India should expedite filling in the vacant seats in the region and give representation to the leaders from Gilgit-Baltistan and the rest of the POK region. Joining us live at this point on the broadcast is Arun Gupta, BJP spokesperson. We also have Mir Junaid, President Jammu Kashmir Workers Party, joining us live. Rajiv Chunni, Chairman SOS International, is joining us live, and Sumit Peer, political commentator, is with us live as well. Let me begin with you first, Rajiv Chunni. How do you view these elections which have been carried out illegally in Gilgit-Baltistan?
देखिए, हम पहले दिन से कह रहे हैं कि पाकिस्तान को कोई अधिकार नहीं है वहां पर चुनाव कराने का, क्योंकि वो इलाका हमारा है और वहां से विस्थापित बहुत सारी जनसंख्या आज हिंदुस्तान के विभिन्न जगहों पर बैठी हुई है। और जब तक उसका फैसला ना हो जाता, आप किसी भी जगह को इलीगली ऑक्युपाई कर वहां पर चुनाव कराते हैं तो उसकी कोई लीगैलिटी नहीं, उसकी कोई मान्यता नहीं। यही कारण है कि आज एक बहुत बड़ा तबका गिलगित-बाल्टिस्तान के अंदर वो बगावत पर उतर आया है और उनको लगता है कि इसको रिग किया गया है। और पाकिस्तान में लोकतंत्र की बात करना एक मजाक है, तो गिलगित और बाल्टिस्तान में चुनाव हो रहे हैं, ये तो एक बहुत बड़ा मजाक है, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान में कभी फ्री एंड फेयर चुनाव नहीं हुए। हमारे साथ साथ ही पाकिस्तान बना था आजादी के बाद, जब वो अलग हुए, तो तब से लेकर आज तक हमने नहीं देखा कि वहां पर लोगों को इस बात का या इस बात की इजाजत दी गई हो कि वो अपनी मर्जी की सरकार चुने। वहां पर जो आर्मी कहती आई है या जिसको वो चाहती आई है उसको वो चुनते आए। अगर पाकिस्तान की मेन लैंड में ये हाल है, तो जो इलाका उन्होंने हथियाया हुआ है वहां पर इस तरह का फ्री एंड फेयर चुनाव होना या कराना मैं नहीं समझता मुनासिब है। तो मैं समझता हूं कि यहां पर इंटरनेशनल बॉडी को भी बीच में आना चाहिए और इनको कहना चाहिए कि ये नाटक बंद करिए। पहले आप हिंदुस्तान से बात करिए, जिनका इलाका आपने हथियाया हुआ है ये उनका है, वो फैसला करेंगे कि यहां चुनाव कब होने हैं, कैसे कराने हैं। और मैं आपको बताऊं, मेरे बड़े सारे लोग हैं जो गिलगित और बाल्टिस्तान से आए हुए हैं, जम्मू कश्मीर में रहते हैं, हिमाचल में रहते हैं, दिल्ली में, यूपी में, बिहार में। वो लोग आज हैरान हैं कि वहां पर आपने सीपैक शुरू किया चाइना के साथ मिलकर, तब भी आपने उनकी जमीनें हथिया ली और वहां पर आप प्रोजेक्ट बना रहे हैं उनसे बिना पूछे। आज आप वहां चुनाव करा रहे हैं और उनकी एब्सेंस में करा रहे हैं, और वहां कौन लोग वोट डाल रहे हैं, वो किस तरह के वोटर हैं, वो कहां से लोग आए हैं, ये सारी चीजें हमें देखनी पड़ेंगी। और मैं समझता हूं कि हिंदुस्तान को चाहिए कि आगे बढ़कर इसको रुकवाता और किसी ना किसी तरीके पे, चाहे हमें इंटरनेशनल फोरम पर ये बात ले जाते, हम वहां जाकर कहते कि इनको रुकवाइए, ये क्या नाटक हो रहा है, क्या ड्रामा हो रहा है। जो लोग पाकिस्तान के अंदर चुनाव नहीं करा पाते तो वहां जाकर कराएंगे। तो मैं समझता हूं कि ये सारा नाटक बंद होना चाहिए। ये पूरी देश, पूरी दुनिया देख रही है जो कुछ पाकिस्तान आज वहां कर रहा है।
जी बिल्कुल। और राजीव चुन्नी, क्या आपको लगता है भारत को फास्ट ट्रैक कर देना चाहिए ये गिलगित-बाल्टिस्तान और बाकी पीओके रीजन्स के लिए जो सीट्स रखे हुए हैं हमारे देश के पार्लियामेंट में और विधानसभा में, उनको भरने की प्रक्रिया अब फास्ट ट्रैक कर देनी चाहिए?
देखिए, मैं एक बात जरूर कहूंगा आपके इस चैनल के माध्यम से, आपने लगातार ये कैंपेन चलाई हुई है और मैं समझता हूं कि सरकार के अंदर बैठे हुए लोगों को ये ध्यान क्यों नहीं आ रहा। और उनको चाहिए था कि ये काम बहुत पहले करते। जिस जमीन को, जिस इलाके को हम अपना कहते हैं और है भी हमारा वो, तो उसकी नुमाइंदगी अगर हो जाती है असेंबली के अंदर, पार्लियामेंट के अंदर, तो आज पाकिस्तान ये कतई ना कर पाता। लेकिन हम चूंकि खाली बातें करते रहे, हमने कुछ किया नहीं। और मैं समझता हूं कि कुछ लोग जो सरकार को इस तरह की सलाहें देते हैं, इस तरह का उनको डिले करने की बातें करते हैं, या कोई आप कह लें कि इनकी डुलमुल नीति है, तो ये कोई अच्छी बात नहीं है। मैं समझता हूं कि एक कैंपेन आप चलाए हुए, हम लोग भी कह रहे हैं कि आपके पास यहां जनता उपलब्ध है जो वहां से विस्थापित होकर आई है, और जो पार भी लोग बैठे हैं वो भी चाहते हैं कि हिंदुस्तान के लोकतंत्र की तरह हमारे यहां लोकतंत्र हो, पाकिस्तान वाला लोकतंत्र ना हो। वो एक ठग है, वो एक ठगी तंत्र है जो वहां पर एक मैनेज कर चुनाव होते हैं, जिस चेहरे को सामने कर आर्मी खड़ा करती है उसी को जिताना पड़ता है। तो इन सारी चीजों से निजात पाने के लिए मैं समझता हूं कि वक्त आ गया है कि देश आगे बढ़कर इसमें 2 कदम और आगे बढ़ाए। पार्लियामेंट के अंदर, लोकसभा के अंदर, राज्यसभा के अंदर हमारे लोगों को लाना चाहिए, उनको नुमाइंदगी देनी चाहिए, गिलगित बाल्टिस्तान के लोगों को, मुजफ्फराबाद के लोगों को, बीरपुर के लोगों को, पुंछ के लोगों को, जो इलाका आज पाकिस्तान ने नाजायज कब्जे में अपने लिया हुआ है। मैं समझता हूं कि एक करारा जवाब मिलेगा पाकिस्तान को।
Okay. We also have at this point now Arun joining us on the broadcast as well. And Arun, of course, is with the BJP, the party that is in power in the centre. Arun, why not fill the seats? Why not fill these vacant seats? What's the delay? Wouldn't that be the correct message that we will send out to Pakistan and to the people in POK who want to be part of India?
Yeah, you're right, Uday. As far as individual or a group or some organization view is concerned, that is well appreciated. But if you look at from government point of view, a lot of things are handled as an international protocol, and these things are definitely handled in that way only. Now, as far as Pakistan is concerned, Pakistan, has never been able to handle anything or do anything which is followed by any proper good country. No protocol is followed in Pakistan. So Pakistan cannot be compared. But as far as our India is concerned, and filling of the seats, what you are saying, probably these things have been discussed many times in the government. And the government having some reservations on this is not something they are not interested to do it or they don't want to do it. It's something which is being, adhered as per some protocol. But yes, now since Pakistan has already started doing few things which are not, good. So, I mean, the government also, probably will have a rethinking on this, that what should be done to ensure proper representation to a lot of people who are already here. You see, for example, I tell you, even in J&K, there were a lot of section of society, marginalized society, which was not given representation, like Valmikis were not given representation, like, other people were not allowed to vote and all. So slowly that has been taken care. Now, this part also is a very important issue, very, very important issue, which probably BJP as a government, BJP as a party is very well aware, very well is, sees to this kind of situation. And I think government is very seriously looking at it. Back to you.
Sumit Peer, the fact is that there are seats for POK which are vacant. What is the point of these seats lying vacant, Sumit? Wouldn't that be the perfect message for Pakistan?
First of all, Pakistan always told POK and GB are azad hai. You are like that China facade of self-autonomous region and all that crap. Now, what is happening in Pakistan under Chinese pressure? Imran Khan wants to get some kind of a title to it. Today, he has no title to the land by this sham election, which is illegal, which is sham, which is crappy, which is a facade. Now, from zero title, he wants to get some kind of a title so that he can pass it to the China. Today, China is what China is doing there is completely, utterly illegal. So Imran Khan is helping his all-weather friend China to get into some legality. Now the people of GB are realizing this. They have seen what has happened to the Uyghurs in China. They know what is their plight going to be. Uday, there is one important point. There are only 2 million people there, and Chinese are 1.5 billion. And the way they are marrying the local girls, after 2-3 years, or maybe after 1 year, they'll be all Pakichinos, which will be a hybrid between Pakistani and Chinese. There will be no local indigenous people there. So this is an international ploy wherein China is doing this. Now, as Pakistan has set the dice rolling, there's a lot of uproar on the ground. We don't need to look for Mujibur Rahman. There are a lot of them there. The only thing is we have to get up and do what we have to do. Fill up all the seats, very urgent. Make a bureaucratic system which is a plug and play, because the moment we kick Pakistan out of it, we can have a bureaucratic system which will take it over. And the most important point, sir, the people who are suffering for the last 70 years, some of them are here, some of them there, they need representation. This is the time to let the representation come. Else, by the time we talk with every day, the window is shrinking, because the movement, the way the China is changing the demography of the region, the DNA engineering of the region is happening. After some time, there may be nobody to liberate, because if we miss this window, there's nobody to liberate, and it is our land, sir. Why don't we cement our flag? The way to cement a flag is fill in these seats in J&K Assembly in the Parliament. How this bureaucratic, like the PWD had, like the civic bodies had, like the municipality, give them an office, give them a flag, and tell the world and tell the people, look, This is our territory. The only two people who need to get out of there, one is China and one is Imran Khan Niazi. That is why he is in a huddle. Uday, he is really in a huddle to make some kind of the sham election, and he's closing the window for us. But I believe under the current dispensation of Modi ji, we will have a plan. I don't know when, how and when, but I trust there would be a plan and it will be implemented at the right point of time and in right point of moment. That is why we are having a lot of hectic one-to-one discussions with the people of Middle East. That is why Modi ji met the NSA after only 4 terrorists were killed, which happens here every day. That is why we have called the international envoys and are showing them the proof of still Pakistan's involvement. Now this time around, it's not going to be Balakot, it's not going to be Uri. We are going for something big. Let's wait and watch. I'm very sure we are going to do it today. It's a matter of time. And thanks for bringing this up all the time. The awareness has to be at a panchayat level, it has to be at a district level. Every Indian, 1.3 billion Indians.
And it's time for us to call out the illegality of the Gilgit-Baltistan polls, isn't it, Sumit? So that the citizens of Pakistan also know. Their opposition is crying horse, India is crying horse. It's time for the world to also take note and their citizens to rise against this injustice and illegal acts.
I think you're right, Uday. People like you, your channel, you are building, you're picking up this every day. One more program you do, more people, more lakhs and millions of people come to know about this issue. Now it is also time for political parties to take it at a panchayat level. Because this is our land, sir. At the end of the day, it's our land. We have 1.3 billion people. How can a failed economy, a facade of a state, a terrorist can take it occupy our land? And they've been occupying it for too long. Time to take it back. At the time and place of our choosing, the Honorable Prime Minister has already hinted. We can do whatever we want at the time and place of our choosing. I think there's a bigger message, a subtle message which can be interpreted out of them. I have no information, I am privy to no such information, but this is what my analysis says. It's a matter of time. That is Imran Khan Niazi. That is tabhi Bajwa ko pasina aata aur Niazi sahab ko panic attack aata aur Khwaja ke pair kaapte hain. We have seen that episode. We have done debates on that. This is precise reason, Uday. We are going to take it back. It's a matter of time, sir.
Okay.
Back to you.
Let me quickly get in Mir Junaid at this point as well. Mir Junaid, the fact is that there are vacant seats which are allocated for this very purpose. Do you believe that the people of POK, the representatives of POK must have their voice heard in our electoral process as well, in our parliament and in our Vidhan Sabha?
You see, Pakistan is guilty of historic crimes when it comes to J&K. The whole world knows that it is occupying Indian territory illegally. We all know to take, action on this and provide the people there with an alternative. The prime goal should be to unite the people of POK with the political process of India and finding a way for them to accommodate it in it. You see, Pakistani elections are a farce, and we know that how they have demographically bombarded the region. The purpose of Pakistani election is just to take the authority away from the locals and shift it into the hands of outsiders so that they can continue the loot and plunder of the resources of the region. I remember, a report on which we had debated a couple of months ago, in which the dissatisfaction of people with the government there was visible. So if we talk about the elections, there we all must remember that democracy in Pakistan is a joke, otherwise as well. It's a military controlled region which does not have any space for real democratic activity. That's it.
Okay. No, that's one point. That's one aspect, Mir, about the Gilgit-Baltistan polls, about the electoral process in Pakistan. But what about the vacant seats? There are vacant seats which are like there are vacant seats for Anglo-Indians, like there are seats allocated for people of eminent personality of the arts, of the culture. There are seats for POK, which are set out in our Lok Sabha, in our Vidhan Sabha. Is it time to fill those as well? Mir Junaid.
You see, when it comes to the representation of Pandits and POK population, a mechanism is needed to materialize this ideal. You see, they are residents of the region and deserve every opportunity to have a representation in the assembly or in the parliament. The minorities have not been heard by the previous governments, and most of their issues still remains outstanding. The best way for their issues to get sorted comes from a democratic representational mechanism through which their leaders can come up and work for resolution of the issues. These leaders will be accountable for their electorate and will have to perform for getting re-elected. Otherwise, the lack of representation makes the voices of the minorities mute and also affects the cohesive nature of the society. The government must, act fast for devising a mechanism through which these communities get included in the democratic exercise in J&K. And the facilitation provision of representational opportunities there to these communities will happen in diversifying the legislative process in there and here as well, and also make it more inclusive. That's what I can say. And moreover, I can just say the legislature at the national and regional levels should represent the diversity of J&K, and the idea of reservation in representation can be crucial to achieving this particular thing. And the fear among the minorities can end if they have some say in the governing bodies of the state. For that, cooperative planning is yet another positive outcome which would result from this curation. What needs to be ensured is a robust setup that realizes this plan into action. And we cannot keep on living in monotony, and diversity needs to be revived for a better and peaceful J&K. That is what I can say as of now.
All right. Rajiv Chunni, what needs to be done further? Mir Junaid saying it's a great proposal. What needs to be done to materialize it, to make it come into reality?
देखिए, निश्चित तौर पर हमें कुछ ऐसा करना चाहिए जिसका एक मैसेज जाए। लेकिन जब कभी पाकिस्तान की तरफ से कुछ होता है, उसके बाद अगर हम कुछ करते हैं या उस पर प्रतिक्रिया देते हैं, तो लगता ऐसा है कि हम उनका पीछा कर रहे हैं। हम क्यों ना इसको लीड करें। इस समय मौका है कि हमारा इलाका है, पाकिस्तान ने उसको इलीगली ऑक्युपाई किया हुआ है, जनता परेशान है, वहां से विस्थापित भी परेशान है और वहां पर रहने वाले लोग भी परेशान। क्यों ना हम कोई ऐसा करें, जैसा मेरे दोस्त पीर साहब ने बहुत अच्छा कहा कि इस समय मौका है एक संदेश देने का कि हम क्यों ना एक इस तरह की कोई खड़ी करें व्यवस्था जिससे लगे कि वो इलाका हमारा है। आप एक शैडो गवर्नमेंट बनाइए, जो वहां पर आप अधिकारी नियुक्त करिए, जो वहां के कामकाज को देखें, वहां की बात करें और किस तरीके से उसको लीगल लड़ाई लड़नी है, क्या करना है या किस मोर्चे पर जाना है। लगे कि हिंदुस्तान में चिंता हो रही है और जल्द इलाका, और मुझे विश्वास है, ठीक कहा मेरे दोस्त पीर साहब ने कि मोदी जी कुछ ना कुछ करेंगे, हमें विश्वास है। लेकिन मैं ये जरूर कहूंगा कि हमें ऐसा संदेश जा रहा है इस समय जो हो रहा है कि पाकिस्तान जब कुछ करता है, जैसे उसने सी पैक किया, हमने प्रतिक्रिया दी, उसके बाद वो काम चलता रहा, आज तक रुका नहीं है। आज वहां चुनाव की बात हुई, हमने प्रतिक्रिया दी, लेकिन चुनाव रुके नहीं, चुनाव हो गए। लेकिन इसका मतलब यह है कि पाकिस्तान अपनी चाल में एक के बाद एक कामयाब होता जा रहा है, लेकिन हम उसको रोक नहीं पा रहे। मैं समझता हूं कुछ ऐसा करना चाहिए ताकि लगे कि पहल हम कर रहे हैं और पाकिस्तान हमारे पीछे चल रहा है। आज उल्टा हो रहा है। तो मैं समझता हूं कि ये सारी चीजें जिस पर आप आज बहस करा रहे हैं, या आज से नहीं, आप काफी बरसों से लगे हुए हैं, सरकार को इस पर चिंता करनी चाहिए, मंथन करना चाहिए और इस पर काम करना चाहिए ताकि देश और दुनिया को लगे कि हम वाकई संजीदा है इस मामले पे और बहुत जल्द जो है हम उन इलाकों को भी वापस ले आएंगे और अपने लोगों को भी इंसाफ दिलाएंगे।
जी बिल्कुल। yes, Sumit.
The point here is on NewsX, I think we had 20, 50, 100, I don't know how many debates on this issue. Now the time has come when this has to be put into action, because nomination is the only way to give these people who a legitimate right on what they belong, because these nominations are not going to change the power equation at the assembly or even at the parliament, but this will have a global ramification and implication, and will send a message to the global community. We mean business and we enforce business, because meaning business is not good enough. How do we enforce the business? How do we tell to the world, look, there is a constituency in POK, this is our representative in the parliament. I mean, let it be Pandits, refugees, or whoever, as per what the formula you're suggesting, that this is the way, how do we settle the things, and we mean business. We have a parallel system up and running, because the day we get the territory, we have the capability and the mechanism to run it, to control it and to deliver development to the people who have been deprived of development for 70 years. Today, their cultural, religious and social, everything is ethnicity is under Chinese threat. What are we doing to liberate them under Chinese threat? Forget Pakistan. Pakistan is a used force. Pakistan ki to औकात ही नहीं बची अब कुछ. But there is a very strong Chinese threat which is trying to permanently change the demography of the region, and we have to do what is in our region to stop that, because the window is shrinking. And nominating people for your own territory is the easiest thing you do, because then the world leaders and the world bodies will get your attention. Okay, he is the person nominated for this, he is the person nominated for this. It is like cementing your flag into the territory which rightfully belongs to you. Why we should not do it? Why there should be a delay? That is beyond my understanding. Sooner the better, sir. Sooner the better. It's our territory, our land. Uday, back to you.
All right. Yes, Mir Junaid. I'm coming to you, Arun. Yes, Mir. You'll have to unmute yourself.
I forgot one thing which I want to just put it across the panelists. You see, the seats for POK also needs to find holders which can complete the idea of complete J&K within India. The role of POK legislators, if elected, will prove the inclusive nature of Indian democratic functioning. The opportunity to the POK population for participation in the elections is something which needs to be taught on technological lines as well, and e-voting mechanism can actually make this a possibility, but a lot of precision is needed in data collection and participation. And moreover, the people who are on this side of LOC can be involved easily when compared to the POK residents. All it needs is a dedicated team which can materialize this plan. This legislation needs for the purpose, need to be passed, and thus we can actually, see action on ground. That's what I have to say. Thank you.
Arun, the fact here is that this will not just send out a message to Pakistan that India now is very serious about taking back POK after one nation, one law, after the abrogation of Article 370 and 35A. We have set our sights on POK, and now any discussion with Pakistan will be on POK. That will be the single point agenda on the table when we do talk Kashmir with them. But this will also send a message, Arun, to the people, the citizens of POK, that we care for them, we are thinking of them, we are listening to them, and we are giving them due representation and due importance in our parliaments and in our Vidhan Sabhas.
Yes, Uday, you are right. You have a very relevant point, as I said earlier. I mean, these all things are under the due consideration of, the discussion. Government is very well alive to all these things, because this is something you really have to appreciate once again, Uday, that these all things are handled and done by the government under some defined systems and protocols. We have already shown once the 370-35A, the way it was done. It was not done overnight. There has been a lot of working on this for so many months on this, and eventually what you saw was the final result. So that way, we can, on behalf of the BJP, we can only assure you that it's not that things are not into consideration. Things are very well into consideration, and due, timely actions will be taken. Be assured of it. Back to you.
All right, we leave it at that. My thanks to all of our guests for joining us on this debate. Let's take a break at this point. Much more on the other side.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.